In this presentation, you'll be asked to guess at various vocabulary words as well as describe the guessing technique you used. When we say a drug is toxic, we're referring to the fact that it may be dangerous or poisonous or interfere in a person's functioning. To guess toxic, do we use logic, surrounding words, see a familiar word, or do we need to look it up in a dictionary or thesaurus or an encyclopedia? Or do we really need that word for understanding? Can we ignore it? This word is defined by the words following it, as you'll see. Technically, any substance, no matter how benign, can be dangerous if the dosage taken is high enough. Once again, to guess benign, what do we use? Logic, surrounding words, familiar word. Can we ignore it? There aren't any surrounding words to help, and the word doesn't look familiar. We do seem to need it for understanding, but a dictionary or internet isn't needed here. It seems we can use what we already know, our logic. We know something that looks innocent can be dangerous. It can be argued that a 50% chance of dying represents an unacceptably high risk for any drug. To guess unacceptably, do we use logic, surrounding words, see a familiar word inside, whatever? There does seem to be some familiarity about the word. It comes from accept, so unaccept means not being able to take the risk. It's your turn. Look at the sentence that appears, and I'll click on the proper guessing technique, but hang on there with me. A person could unintentionally take a high dose of medicine. Would it be logic, surrounding words, or familiar word? And unintentionally can be broken down to mean without intent or without meaning to do so. Let's try another one. The reality is that the buyer has no way of knowing what he or she has bought until the drug has been used. A case of caveat emptor, let the buyer beware. Which do you think it is? Surrounding words. There may be times when a word can't be guessed at. In that case, another decision needs to be made. Ignore or look it up in a dictionary, thesaurus, or Google the term or phrase if it's not there. The therapeutic index involves the ratio of LD/ED. This phrase is not only unknown, the entire sentence confuses us and probably wouldn't be adequately explained in a dictionary. It needs to be Googled. There are definitely many illicit drug sellers. Again, this word can't be guessed at, but would appear in a dictionary search and is needed for an understanding of the sentence. On the other hand, if I said these drug sellers mix heroin with quinine to simulate the bitter taste of real heroin, do I really need to know exactly what quinine is in order to understand the author's point? So let's try. Celebrities are not necessarily representative of the drug-using population. Hopefully you see the familiar word inside. This next one, the drugs prevalent among celebrities are the expensive ones. Looks familiar, doesn't it? Let's try logic. Because we know lots of celebrities take drugs. Okay, one more. Many negative consequences of using a particular drug over a long period of time. This chronic toxicity applies to many drugs. We just saw the words beforehand, right?